Hello everyone, my name is Quad and welcome. This is a video about all these Zariman tablets that were left around in Uviri. It isn't really known who left them there, but hey, we can only speculate. There is altogether 30 of them at the moment on multiple topics. Some talk about the Void, some talk about the Orokin, some about the Radiation Wars, and so on. So I will make a video on a set of these tablets that talk about the same topic, to make everything a bit easier to follow. Today I will start with the ones talking about the Radiation Wars and the Orokin. Before we go into this, let me give you some context. The Warframe universe, as we have it today, with Warframes and the Grineer and stuff, was once normal. Humanity was able to colonize the solar system and became very advanced. But then the Radiation Wars started, and the one faction that came on top were the Orokin, which built the Orokin Empire and, well, we, the Tenno, later destroyed them. And that's it. Let's go with the tablets now. What event concluded the 18th Radiation War? A. The destruction of the Arctic Hive Cluster, or B. The assassination of Marcellus Ambrosius Lefantis. The correct answer is A. There is not much to dwell on here, since this is a fact we have no context for, and I will try to theorize as little as possible in this video. Same goes for the wrong answer, B. Marcellus Ambrosius Lefantis. What an interesting name. I will make a video about him sometime later, but to keep it short, all three words in this guy's name are either of ancient Greek or Latin origin, meaning Marcellus as young warrior, Ambrosius as divine, and Lefantis as elephants. This is quite interesting and it definitely deserves a video of its own. But let's continue. What should public architecture celebrate? A. Our understanding of geometry and physics. B. The proven superiority of tiered society. The correct answer here is B. The Orokin were well known to have a tiered society that was composed of different castes. These were the Seven, the Dax, the Lorists, the Peasants, and so on. In the eyes of the Orokin, the architecture should reflect and support this hierarchical structure by showcasing symbols or designs that emphasize social distinctions or the dominance of certain groups over others. Oh my god, I tried to say hierarchical so many times now, it's insane. Let's continue. What should one never do at a serving of the bitter tea? A. Break silence. B. Flinch, no matter how severe the pain. The correct answer here is A. One should never break silence. Now, I am not exactly sure what this alludes to, since there is no mention of the bitter tea anywhere else, but a tea that causes pain seems rather masochistic, and thus I would definitely try it. Let's continue. Who is constructing the extrasolar relay between Pluto and Tau? A. An elite group of loyal servants of the Seven. B. A new hardy strain of Grineer Void engineers. The correct answer with this one is A. We all know that the ones constructing the relay were Grineer due to them being controllable, but the Orokin society did not want to give them any credit, as the Orokin wanted to be seen as divine in the eyes of their people, their populace. By this point you can see that these quizzes were basically only a lie repeated so much that it became the truth. But let's go to the next one. What was the purpose of the Zariman parades? A. To raise capital for the Zariman expedition, or B. To install awe in those not chosen to participate. The correct answer here is B. The Orokin would never try and beg for donations, or how they've written it here, capital. They were too proud to do that, however, this was probably done. But yeah, there is nothing else we can dwell on here. Let's continue. Which emergency visual signals can replace the lost audio comms? A. Warframe glyphs, or B. The cloud alphabets of Saravin Vu. The correct answer is A, which should be no surprise to anyone who has played the Call of the Tempestari quest. The Warframe glyphs is what the Tempestari use to communicate, and that is pretty much it. That's everything we know. So yeah, I think we should continue. What will be the primary challenge of colonizing Tau? A. Remaining industrious in the midst of abundance, or B. Unknown native hazards of the environment. The correct answer here is A. We do not know what Tau looks like, but we do know that the Orokin described it as the promised land or heaven, even Eden. But we do not have much information about this, and honestly, I'm quite surprised and it is pissing me off, since we have a whole sentient faction who came from there, and no one is telling us what the hell is there. So yeah, for now, Tau is the promised land. Just remember that. And let's continue. By what right do the Orokin govern? A. Through intrinsic superiority, or B. This is a forbidden question. The correct answer here is B. This is a forbidden question. You have to remember that the Orokin society thrived on society's perception of the Orokin. If they were seen as important, they were important. This is also why they put so much on the aesthetic perfection of themselves, and well, no one could question them, or they would be assassinated. This is just the way it was. But let's go to the next one. How many principal Orokin virtues are there? A. 3 or B. 7? The correct answer here is B. 7. Those being speed, power, cunning, agility, endurance, cooperation, and stealth. These virtues are all part of the challenges we can do on Lua, but have the Orokin lived by those virtues? Well, yes, especially the cunning one. And let's continue once more. What are the ideal conditions for contemplating legems? A. In a dark place remote from distractions, or B. While experiencing the cerebral boost of a light coil. The right answer here is B, but let's go over what legems are real quick. Legem comes from Latin and means law, so legems basically means the laws, more specifically the Orokin laws, which we know they had due to us imprisoning Nihil, the Orokin executioner. At the same time, this is kind of a trick question. I mean, who wouldn't study in a dark place with no distractions? But with something like a cerebral boost, which we do not know exactly what it is, but it is definitely something that enhances the thinking functions, boosting the cerebellum, which is brains. Yeah, I think that's a better time to think than a cold, dark room. Man, this is giving me such PTSD. Bachelor's degree flashbacks are coming in. Anyways, let's go to the last question that is related to the Orokin. How should you prepare for continuity if chosen? A. Exercise, bathe and keep my body pure, or B. This is too unlikely to be worth considering. The right answer here is A. If you do not know, the continuity is basically a hijacking of a body where a person would transfer his consciousness into someone else's body and would slowly replace him. The Orokin did this in the Yuvan theater, where they would transfer into the most exotic and beautiful individuals, but yeah, this was quite rare, so not many were chosen to do it. This topic is very interesting, and I will do a video of continuity and how the whole process went on its own. There is a lot of information, but to compile everything and to make it coherent is something else. But yeah, that is it for this time. We have gone over 11 of these tablets regarding the Orokin culture and the Radiation Wars, but I will make 2 more videos, one about the Zariman tablets that talk about the Void, and one about the Zariman tablets that talk about the Duviri and their characters. But anyways, if you have any questions, let me know down in the comments. I was especially vague on some points because, as I said, I don't want to theorize in this video as much as I do in some other videos. So I left things intentionally vague at points. I also mean to do videos for a lot of these things that I mentioned in this one. There is so much to go through though that making videos coherent and higher quality, let's say, than just compiling all the information in one video is a lot harder than it seems. Plus, a lot of things are unrevealed, and there is still many things that we will get. And of course, as always, there's also many contradictions, but yeah, at this point I think I'm just complaining. Anyways, I thank you for watching, and I wish you a very nice day. Bye guys.